Wow, good evening, guys. Good evening. Welcome back to my live session. It's so beautiful to have you here. How are you and how have you been? I hope you are well. I hope you are living a beautiful and a fantastic life. I hope your day was blessed. Thank you so much for joining me in today's live session. I'm so glad to have you here, and I believe we are going to have a beautiful, candid parenting conversation. My name is Ini, and this is Parenting with Ini. Right here, we get to talk about parenting conversations, exclusively a parenting channel where we get to discuss things relating to parenting with the hope and the goal that we will be godly parents raising godly children. So, if that is something you would enjoy and you would love to be a part of, then please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done so and be part of this amazing family. I try to come on here live sessions every day, Monday to Friday from 8 p.m. East African time, a time like this. So, yes, so if you come, maybe most likely you find me here so that we can have a conversation together. So welcome to my live session today. Thank you for joining me in today's live session. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you have come in here. I feel blessed and I feel supported by you, so I appreciate you. Okay, so let's dive into today's conversation, and before then allow me to just say the rules. So first of all, please check if you've subscribed, because you might think you have but you probably have not. So please check if you've subscribed and subscribe to this channel if this is a space that you would love to be a part of. Also, like the video as you come in so that I get to know you're here. It's important to know that I'm not talking to no one, I'm talking to someone. So like the video. And I would also appreciate if you could help keep the chat section active by saying something. You can just say anything, just it doesn't have to be, if you don't have anything to say, you can just say hi. I will really appreciate that. Okay, so please say hi, or if you have any parenting question you want to contribute to the topic of the day, please feel free in the comment section, and let's keep it interactive. Thank you so much. All right, so now that we've laid the rules, allow me to dive into today's conversation. And today we will be talking about the hairstyles that we make on our children's hairstyles. That's what we'll be talking about in today's video shortly, and then we call it a night. But before then, allow me to say hi, to return some hi here. I can see you, President. Thank you so much for joining my live session. Hi to you as well. How are you? I hope you've had a beautiful day. I've seen you, Husan. Husan, thank you so much. Hello to you as well. How are you and how was your day? I can also see you, Mingwang. Oh my gosh, I hope I pronounced your name right. But hi to you. Hi, hi, hi. D1965. Let's use that one. D1965. Thank you so much for joining my live session. I'm so grateful to have you here. I appreciate you. Please, I want all of you to feel welcomed, feel belonged, feel free, and let's keep the chat section active. If you ask any questions, if you leave any comment, I'll be so happy to even post a video just to respond to you. That's how important you are. Okay, yes. So D1965, you're saying, how are you doing? I am doing well. I thank God for this far. I don't take it for granted. I mean, to be here is a blessing. So I give God the glory. So I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. All right, let's continue with the conversation. Like I said, if you have anything you want to say in the comment section, please drop it. I will even pause the video just to respond to you, because that's how important you are to me. All right, so let's get started. So our children's hairstyle. The hairstyles we make on our children. That's the topic of the day. Yeah. So, I mean, children, I don't know how to start these conversations, but yes, one of the things that we as parents are expected to take responsibility in is making sure that our children look well groomed and very neat. And one of the things that keeps someone neat, you can even agree with me, even to you as an adult, is keeping your hairstyle neat, keeping your hairstyle nice, okay? Doing something beautiful on your hair. So if you are a man or if you are a guy, it's expected that you have a nice haircut and just keep your hair neat, right? If you're a lady and you've chosen to keep your hair, it's expected that you keep your hair nicely braided, nicely, nicely kept. Okay? Yeah. So one of the things that makes us as human beings to look clean, to look neat is keeping our hair neat. Okay? Keeping our hair clean as best as we can. Okay, yeah. So you find that someone is well dressed, but then if their hair is not looking good, then it washes down any other dressing that they had. You might be having a beautiful, expensive outfit, but if your hair has not been given the attention it's supposed to be given, then it washes down whatever it is that you wear. Because sometimes people are drawn fast to your hair, then now we start looking at what you're wearing and even your shoes or the bag you're carrying. Okay, so that's how important our hair is. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, that's how important our hair is. And so it's expected that try your best to keep your hair as neat as possible. And so that of course goes down to our children. Okay, children also get born having hair. Okay, yeah. So you are expected as a parent to keep your child's hair neat, especially when now your child starts going to school. One of the school requirements you would find out is that there's a hairstyle. Some schools do have particular hairstyles, while some schools just leave it open. So the same this is the kind of hair you're supposed to have, the kind of hairstyle they're supposed to have in school, and all of those. So you find that as you enroll your child in school, and as you purchase uniforms for them, school shoes and socks and all of that, school bags and everything, one of the things that should not miss out in your budget is their hairstyle. Keeping their hair clean, keeping their hair neat, keeping their hair well kept. So whether it's a boy or a girl, you may have to, or you may need to visit the salon, you may need to visit the barber shop. All right? Yes. So that's how important hairstyles are. But then I've also discovered that to some extent, some parents are also overdoing this thing. You find a parent is putting on a child hairstyle that is not appropriate for their age. Okay, hairstyle that is not appropriate for their hair, for their age, sorry. So you find that a child is carrying a heavy load on their head just because we are trying to keep their hair neat. And I feel like that is too much burden that we are putting on a child. So what are some of the things that we as parents need to consider when we are looking at our children's hairstyle? What are some of the things that we need to consider when you are trying to keep your child's hairstyle neat? What are the things that you should consider? That's what I want to point out in today's video. Number one, or before then, I can see Liana. Liana is saying hi. Hi, Liana. Thank you so much for joining my live session. I appreciate you. Feel welcomed and feel belonged. All right. So yes, number one, the kind of hairstyle that we should put on our children. It's very important. If your child is a baby, please put on them hairstyles that is baby friendly and baby appropriate. Your child is, whatever age your child is, I don't know what age your child is, but whatever age your child is, put hairstyles on them that is age appropriate. Consider age appropriate hairstyles for your children. A child that is not an adult has no business wearing a wig, according to me. Why is a child that is not an adult wearing a wig? Why are we putting, even if you're doing braids on your daughter, why are you giving them a very long braid, one that is even long up to the waist? Like, is that not too much for that child? Is that not too heavy for that child? So as parents, let's consider hairstyles that are age appropriate for our child. You may ask, how do I even know which one is age appropriate? If you Google it, you will find those hairstyles. You'll find so many options to choose from. Just look at it, do something nice, something beautiful, something neat, but age appropriate. If your child is 1 year old, your child is 2 years, your child is 3 years, your child is 5 years, 10 years old, 15, just look for hairstyles that are age appropriate for your child. When they grow up to be adults and they are able to decide what hairstyle they want to do for themselves, then that's a decision now that they can make. But as you, as a parent, you are still in control of making some of those decisions for your child. Please consider age appropriate hairstyles for your child. Number two, time, the timing. Okay, time, like the time that how long does that hairstyle take? A child who is 1 year old, why is that child taking 3 hours to get their hair done? What hairstyle are we making for that child? A child who is 3 years old, why are they taking 5 hours in the salon? And it boils down to my first point, because if you're making age appropriate hairstyle for your child, it also goes hand in hand with how long the child takes to make that hair. So I don't believe a child should sit in the salon for a long time. Let's just allow our children to have hairstyle that fits them, hairstyle that is age appropriate for them, hairstyle that is not too much time consuming. It's enough for the child to sit and just do it. And the reason why you need to consider the time that hairstyle is going to consume is because children have very short attention span. A child, you find after 30 minutes, they are bored. They want something different. But for you, you want to force them to sit. Hi, Jose. Hi, Jose. How are you? How are you? Welcome to my live session. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Thank you. Please feel at home, feel welcome, and join the conversation. All right. So if a child who has like maybe 30 minutes attention span, that 30 minutes is over. You want that child to continue sitting put for the hair to be done well. But the child already wants something different. The child wants to move. The child wants to stand up. The child wants to do this. The child is bored. The child is tired. And you find children are crying in the salon. That really breaks me. Like when I go to the salon, I'm making my hair, and I find the child is making his or her hair, or okay, of course her hair, because it's a girl in the salon. A girl is making their hair in the salon, and you can literally see this child is crying. This child is crying. They are done. Like they're tired. They want something different. And that's children for you. And you turn around and you look at the hairstyle that they're putting on this child. You're like, is it necessary? You could just do some nice simple braids on the child, like some nice simple lines on the child, and weave the child's hair, and that is it. Simple. The child will be neat. Bottom line is your child's hair is neat. But then you're putting complicated hairstyle on this child, and you're expecting that child to sit put for 3 hours for that hair to be done. It's not necessary. As they grow, their attention span also grows. So they get to sit through some of those hairstyles. So that's what I'm saying. Age appropriate hairstyle should be what we should embrace as parents for our children. As they grow, they get to have the grace to sit longer, and then now you can also explore other hairstyles for them as appropriate for their age as they grow. Okay? Yeah. So that's number 2 to consider. Number 3, as we choose these hairstyles for our children, let's look into the trends. There are so many hairstyle trends that is going around. Look and do your research on the trends, the hairstyle trends that we see. Just because you see your neighbor's child having a particular hairstyle or a particular color of hair does not mean you just copy paste it on your own child's hair. Please do your research. Do your research. Be convicted about that hairstyle. Ask yourself, is this a decent hairstyle for my child? Is this hairstyle decent? Is this hairstyle resonating with my principles as a person? Is this what I want my child to be identified with? If you're able to answer those questions, then yes, go ahead with that hairstyle that you want for your child. And this applies to both boys and girls. You find some haircut that is trending, and you're like, wow, I love that haircut on that boy. I want my son to have the same. You just take the son to the salon, and you are able to describe what that hairstyle is, and the barber person, does the hair for you. and you stand up and you move. You are not sure what hairstyle it is. You don't know what it represents. You've already applied it on your child's head, and life moves on. Hi, Terry. Thank you so much for joining my live session. You're welcome to Parenting with Ini. You're asking what is going on. So, this is a live session exclusively on parenting conversations. And today we are talking about the different hairstyles that we have on our children and what to consider before, putting it on your child. That's what we're talking about. So, you're welcome. All right. So, yes, you implement this hairstyle on your child without doing your research, without understanding what this hairstyle represents. You just implement it on your child. That is not right. So as you are considering changing your child's hairstyle, as you're considering taking your child to that salon, to that barber shop, I want you to do research on the trends, the hairstyle trends that we have nowadays. And as you do that research, please try to understand what hairstyle this is. Is this appropriate for my child? Is it decent enough for my child? Does it resonate with my beliefs and my principles as a person? Is this how I would like my child to be identified if I put this hairstyle on my child? If I shave my child if I do this haircut on my boy, if I do this hairstyle on my daughter, is this what I want for my child? Is this what I want for them? Then if you're able to answer, then go ahead. But if it doesn't give you peace, then please do not do that hairstyle on your child. Look for a hairstyle that even you as a parent, you are at peace with. What I'm trying to say is, let's not be so quick as parents to follow trends. And then we do it on our children. Whether it is trend in terms of how people are dressing, whether it is trend in terms of the hairstyles that we do on our children or the haircuts that we do on our sons, let's not be so quick to pick up trends and run with it. Before you pick up that trend, do your research. Do your research and be at peace with it. Okay. Number 4, at times I believe it is important to ask a child, how would you like your hair to be done? Maybe you've taken the child to the salon and you want to put a simple weaves on their hair for a girl. So you're asking that your daughter, what style would you like? Would you like it to go this way? Or would you like everything up? Or would you like it to go all back? Like, how would you like it? The why that is important is that you're teaching your child how to be independent, how to be able to make decisions for themselves, how to also be able to contribute to their looks, so that as they grow up, they'll be able to be like, oh, wow. So before I go to the salon, I need to know what I want. I need to know how I want my hairstyle to look before I actually go to the salon. And I have the right to even tell the salonist what I want. They will believe that you don't just go to the salon, you sit. The salonist just does whatever they like and you stand up and pay money. You have a voice and you're supposed to speak. You're supposed to say, this is what I want, put it this way, and then put these other ones this way, so that the salonist understands and then does what you want, and then you pay money, and that's it. So that's how you start teaching that child, by getting them involved. Let them be involved in some of those decisions, especially if your child is, 3 years old. That's a child who can talk. That's a child who can tell you, I like it like this, I like it like that. You understand? Yes. So involve them. As they grow, begin to involve them on the hairstyles that you would like to put on their hair. Show them. You can even download a photo. You can just show them, this is what I want to take you. This is what I want the salonist to do on your hair. Do you like it? What do you think about it? Is it beautiful? Ask them. Or would you like it to be this way instead of this way? Let them get involved. Because what you're doing, you're teaching them independence. You're teaching them how to make decisions for themselves. You're teaching them how to be creative. You're getting them involved in decisions that concerns them. It's very important. As they grow, it will help them. So when you are choosing that hairstyle for your child, if a child is at least 3 years old, try to hear their opinion on that hairstyle. You might discover that for you, you want it all up, but the child doesn't like all up. The child probably wants it all going backward. As long as whatever they want is not contrary to what you know is right for them, then like I don't know what to say, but if he's not out of the ordinary, or like he's not out of the beliefs you have or the principles you have, he's not a bad hairstyle. Let's use that word. As long as it's not a bad hairstyle, I think you should allow them to also contribute to that decision, so that as they grow, they get to understand that, oh, they're supposed to have a voice to say on what is done on their hair. All right. So I really hope that these few points I've mentioned is going to help a parent in here who is probably considering, maybe you just had a baby and you're like, how will I go about my baby's hairstyle going forward? I hope this will help you. Hi, Tani. I can see you. Thank you so much for joining my live session. You're welcome. How are you and how was your day? Feel welcomed. Okay. All right. So I've mentioned number one, get your child involved in the decision making, especially if the child is 3 years and above. I think they can at least have an idea of what they want, right? Number two, do your research on the trends. Don't just copy paste trends on your child's hair. Do your research. Understand what this trend means. Don't just do it just because others are doing it. Don't just do it because your neighbor's child has done it. Don't just do this color because your neighbor's, your friend's child did this color, so you also want to do it. Do your research on the different hairstyle trends that is going around before you implement it on your own child. Okay. Number three, do age appropriate hairstyles for your child. Age appropriate hairstyles for your child. I don't think a 5 years old child should be using wigs. According to me, I don't think that's age appropriate for that child. I mean, the child is 5 years old. Do a simple hairstyle for that child. As they grow, you get to also improve on the hairstyles. Like you cannot, for maybe let's say for a child who is 10 years old, you don't do a baby hairstyle for them. Like you see the ones you do the balls, you just do the wraps, the balls, and this child is 10 years old. Okay, so that is not age appropriate because that's too childish for that child. Okay, so you might also need to research on age appropriate hairstyle that fits the age of your child. Okay, so yeah, so please let's do age appropriate hairstyles for our children. And number four, consider the time consumption of that hairstyle that you're about to do on that child, because children have attention span. When they exhaust that attention span, having them to sit put for that hairstyle you're trying to do on them will be very hard. And so it ends up being a crying session instead of a beautiful, happy session. Okay, it ends up being a crying session instead of a happy, beautiful session. Why is a 2-year-old child sitting in the salon for 2 hours just to make her hair when we can do a hairstyle that does not last more than 30 minutes and the child is done? So that's what I'm trying to say. Number 5 points, and probably the last one for this video, is this. Consider who the hairstylist is. Some hairstylists are not professional. And so you take your child to the salon and they don't understand that the scalp of this child is still very delicate. So what they do, they pinch the hair so hard and so tight that the child is even struggling to walk. The child is struggling to sleep. Your child is crying even while the hair is being done. Not because the child's attention span is exhausted, but because the hair is so painful. The child is struggling. The hair is too painful because the person who is making the hair is not considerate of who his or our client is. This is a child. You don't pull a child's hair and squeeze it, making it so tight that the child is crying. So those are the things as parents we need to look at. Even for you as an adult, if a salonist is pulling your hair and making it too tight, you will struggle carrying that hairstyle. You'll struggle sleeping. You might even develop headache. How much more your baby? So as you take your child to the salon, also do your due diligence on which salon it is. If it's not salon that is child friendly, if the person who is going to be making that child's hair is not professional enough to understand the need of a child and also how to handle the scalp of a baby, then please, it's time for you to change your salonist. Take that child to a child-friendly salon where they are professionals and they understand the scalp of a child. They know that you don't pull, you don't drag, you don't make it too tight. You make a very nice hairstyle that a child can carry comfortably. So please, parents, let's look into this. Even a barber shop, you're taking your son to have a haircut. Don't just walk into any barber shop. Please do your due diligence. Ensure that hygiene is number one, is top notch. Hygiene is top notch, because you might take your child there, they do a shave with something that is not hygienic, that the hygiene of that thing is not top notch, and the child develops some scalp issues. Okay, so please, even the barber shop you're taking your child to, make sure it's clean. Make sure that the hygiene is high, and the person who is doing it knows what they are doing, and they are professional, so that they don't keep leaving cuts on your child's head and then hence allowing infections. So those are the things we need to check. Please, let's not joke with our children's hair. Let's take it very seriously. All right. Now, I know of some parents who they don't take their children to the salon until a particular age. They prefer to do the hair themselves. They prefer to wash their children's hair. They prefer to plait their children's hair. Some even have their own barbing machine in the house. They prefer to barb their son's hair by themselves. So if you have that grace, you have that time, you could be one of those. But if for you, you don't have the time, you don't have the grace to do that, or you don't even know how to do it, then please take the child to the salon or to a barber shop. But do your due diligence on where you're taking your child to. Try to make sure they are professionals and they know what they're doing and they understand that they're handling a child. Okay, do your research on the hairstyle and ensure that you are at peace with that hairstyle before you apply it on your child's hair. And if your child is probably 3 years and above, try to engage them. Let them also have a say on their hairstyle, as long as it is not out of what your principles are as a parent. Then you can also allow them to have one or two say on the hairstyle that you're making for them. Time is important. How long will this hairstyle take? Ensure that your child is going to be able to sit through that hairstyle before you apply it on them. And lastly, please consider age appropriate hairstyle for your children. I'm tired, as in I've seen a lot of children walking around with adult hairstyles. And I'm wondering, why are we doing this to our babies? If we're already doing this to this child who is 7 years old, what will happen when this child is 18? You see a small child walking around with hairstyle that is meant for an adult. You see a small child walking around with a haircut that is not even appropriate for their age. They don't even understand what is that you've done on their hair. They don't understand it. All they know is mommy did this, daddy did this, and they are fine. So parents, we can do better. Let's consider age-appropriate hairstyles for our children. Trust me, they will still look beautiful. They will look neat, but above all, they will look decent, okay? And comfortable with that hairstyle. Some hairstyles are just too heavy and so big. You're wondering, how is this child sleeping? Like, you who is seeing it, you're wondering, how is this child sleeping, for heaven's sake? Like, how is this child sleeping? It's so big, it's so huge, and it even looks heavy. The hairstyle is bigger than the child's head. You're wondering, why? Why are we doing this? What are we trying to achieve? So this is an encouragement to you and I as parents. Let's do age-appropriate hairstyles for our children. Make it easy for them. Let them look beautiful. Let them look neat. Let them look decent. And above all, let them be comfortable, even with that hairstyle. And the goal will be achieved. All right. So yes, that is it from me today in this live session. Let me know what you think about it. That's my opinion. I mean, from where I sit as a child care specialist, I believe that if we do things the right way and try to maintain decency for our children, it will really go a long way to helping us raise godly children, helping us have better children in the society, you understand, and decent children in the society. So parents, now that you still have a say in how your child dresses, the hairstyle your child carries, let's imprint decency even as we make these decisions for them. So thank you so much for joining me in today's live session. I hope this conversation has been impactful. Let me know what you think about it. And before we round up, maybe if anyone has a question or a contribution to the conversation or any parenting question, please feel free to say it in the chat section. That's why I'm here. I'll be so happy to read and to respond to you appropriately. All right. And as I wait for one or two questions or whoever has anything to say, allow me to say thank you so much for every one of you who has joined my live session. I really, really, really appreciate you. I see you and I honestly appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining my live session. I appreciate you. God bless you. I can see you, Christopher. You're saying hi. Hi, Christopher. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome. And thank you so much for joining my live session. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And for those of you who have liked this video, I think I've seen 2 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you for that support. I really appreciate you. God bless you. And for those of you who kept my chat section active while I was talking, I'm so grateful. I appreciate you. I see you. I'm definitely going to give you a shout out right now. Let me go through it. So I see you, President. Thank you so much. Thank you, Husan. I see you. I see you, D1965. Oh, wow. I see you. Let me see. Sorry. I see you, Lilian. Yeah, Liana, yeah, I think it's Liana. I see you, Jose. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I see you, Terry. I see you, Christopher. Wow, thank you so much. I'm so good. How about you? I'm also good. I feel blessed and I'm happy that we've had this live session and you have joined me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I feel blessed and I'm so happy. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you even for asking. I appreciate it. So thank you so much, all of you who kept my chat section active. I really appreciate you. I see you. Please feel seen, feel appreciated. God bless you for your support. I don't take it for granted. So yes, that is it from me, this live session. I don't know if anyone has any question, anyone has a contribution to our conversation today. Can you say Jason? Okay. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's do this again tomorrow. I wanted to say next week, but I was like, next week where? We are doing this tomorrow. So we try to be here every blessed day, Monday to Friday, by God's grace, at 8 p.m. East African time. So if you enjoy these kinds of conversations, then please spend time with me 8 p.m. East African time. Okay. Yeah. And I'll be so happy to have you join me and let's continue having a beautiful conversation together. All right. Thank you so much, Christopher. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. So maybe there is no more question or comment. I can see that new like. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Any more question? I can give us 1 minute. Any more question? Any more comment? I don't want to cut anyone out. But thank you so much, guys. I mean, having you guys come in here, knowing that you are not talking alone, but you have people to talk to, even if it's just one person, I really, really appreciate. I really, really appreciate your time, even just coming to sit here and just listening to me just talk. Yeah, it's such a blessing. Thank you for sacrificing your 30 minutes to be here with me. I honestly appreciate each and every one of you. Okay? Yeah, so feel appreciated. All right, see you later, Christopher. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. God bless you. All right, so in the absence of more questions, more comments, allow me to say a good night to you. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful night. Enjoy your sleep and take it easy on yourself. Maybe today you tried, it did not work out the way you wanted. Maybe at work you had a bit of a long day. Don't worry. Tomorrow is another day. We try again, right? So yes, maybe today you didn't achieve your goals. Don't worry. Tomorrow is what? Another day. So we try again, right? So don't be too hard on yourself. Enjoy yourself. Be at peace. Enjoy your sleep. And let's try again tomorrow. All right. See you and have a good night. Bye for now.